Shut the up!
Relax. You spit at us, right? So.
Then shut the up. Do you think that's correct?
That you spit at us?
You black.
This didn't start with handcuffs. It started with screaming and a hand laid on an officer. In that moment, the argument ended and the law took over.
You're up.
All right. Grab your stuff, walk. Grab your stuff and walk. You hear me? Grab your stuff and walk. Please run.
Did I give you permission to look at my ID?
Stop.
Did I give you permission? Do not.
You're about to be arrested. Okay? You're about to be arrested. Continue. You understand?
What the
Walk out or you're going to be arrested for disorderly conduct.
What is wrong with you?
You just touched my officer.
Did I?
Yes, you did. Stop.
Megan, stop.
Let go.
No.
Walk out willingly. Move.
Call my mother right now. Call my mother. Call my mother.
Stop.
Okay, you're under arrest.
Call my mother.
You got her?
Call my mother.
Still.
What is wrong with you?
Good.
What the? Who the are you?
Okay, now you're gonna kick me? I need her wrist.
Fucking you.
Relax, Megan. You're making this so much worse for yourself. Stop. I gotta pat you down. Stop.
I'm not doing anything wrong. What am I doing wrong?
Stop. Disorderly conduct.
What
Stop.
am I doing wrong? I'm not doing anything wrong.
Her bag's like attached to her because of the cuffs. I can't take it off because she has a bunch of shit in there.
I'm not doing anything wrong.
Where's the bag, brother?
Right here, see? Crossbody.
I'm not doing anything wrong.
All right. Back up, back up, back up,
Okay,
back up.
Okay, I'm sorry.
She's under arrest. Back up.
I understand that. Can you please not be so rough? She's 80 pounds soaking wet, dude.
We're not doing anything to her. Back up.
I understand.
Can you
I'm
stand up?
sitting right the
Can
here.
you stop moving?
I
right.
just want to go home.
You're gonna be coming back to the station, Meg.
This isn't my bag. This is Kylie's bag.
Is she the one behind us?
Yes, this
No,
is Kylie's bag.
Will
This
you-
is not my
okay.
bag.
She's okay.
I understand.
Can you call my mother? Nope. Where is my mother?
You're an adult. We don't have to call her.
Yeah, you can. I asked you to call her. You call her.
Nope. That's not how this
Yeah,
works.
it does. I know my right to.
Okay.
Even after being taken to the station, she escalated, spitting on an officer and continuing to behave in a volatile, uncontrollable manner.
Go ahead and sit right up here.
I have one right to a phone call.
See this tip right here? All I need you to do is just stand nice
Already
and still.
took it, you little. Already took it, little. Already took it, Leo.
Okay.
Already took it, little.
Good. You just have an additional charge. Sips, you good? Yeah. Go get a spit mask. Where is that?
Possibly in car 12. You stay with him.
I'm not
Turn
that
that
much
way.
of a.
Turn that way.
Are you kidding me? I'm not that much of a goddamn.
Turn that way. You just
I'm
spit
not
on
that
him.
much of a goddamn inconvenience.
You just spit on him.
I'm not gonna do it again. I'm not gonna
Do
do
not
it
look-
again. Doesn't mean you put a spit mask on
Do
me.
not look at me.
Who are? I'm gonna take you to court. I'm gonna take you to court. You little. I'm gonna take you to court.
Don't grab
I'm
me.
gonna take you to court.
Meg, all you have to do-
Take you to court.
Stop.
I'm gonna take you to court.
Stop.
You're going to court. You're
Stop.
going to court. You're going to court. You're going to court because I didn't do anything wrong to deserve a spit mask. You're wrong. You're wrong. If I spit on you 3 times, that's against the rules. But if I spit on you once,
taking me.
that is not. That is not. You are going against the law.
Hey, listen.
You're going against the law. You're going against the law. This is against the law. This is.
Relax.
Take a deep
If you
breath.
relax, Meg, if you relax, we can talk.
This is.
Take a seat.
I'm taking you to court, you little sons of a...
You're just racking up charges.
Stop kicking.
You're the one that's trying against me. I'm not the... Shut the up!
Relax. You spit at us, right?
Trying to give you a fix.
So,
Then shut the up. Do you think that's correct?
that you spit at us?
You black... Do you think that would be correct for somebody to do that to you?
Put her down. We'll try to put this over.
Do you?
Yep.
Do you think that would
Actually,
be
you know what?
correct?
Throughout the entire encounter, she repeatedly demanded to go home as if refusing to accept that the situation was already beyond her control.
We'll wait till he comes back.
Call my mother! Call my mother or I'm claiming rape!
So, we gotta put this over first. That's what I did.
That part goes.
Yeah,
Got
because
it.
it goes around.
I'm
Yeah, go.
claiming rape if you don't call my mother. I wanna go home. I just 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 wanna go home. Why? Why can't I go home? Why can't I go home? Why? Tell me why I can't go home, you old pieces of huh? Then go ahead. Then go ahead. Then go ahead.
Look, put it up there.
You feel proud of this new I'm sure you do. That's why you're smiling. I swear to God, I'll get you against
You want to take pictures, or what are we doing?
Oh, that's why you're smiling? I'll get you against court for smiling.
Megan, just
I'm gonna go against court for you smiling.
real quick, Megan, just. Okay, don't kick. You're gonna get another charge. Stop.
That's why you're smiling.
Okay. Look at the camera. Look at the camera. Meg, look at the camera.
Look at the last fingerprinting yet? We're gonna stay nice and calm during that?
No.
You're not gonna let us fingerprint? Okay. Have
What
a
if
seat.
I don't?
Have a seat. You sit.
What if I don't? I'm asking you, what if I don't?
Do me a favor. Just put your leg back up here, dude. Put it back on. All right.
I'm asking you, what if I don't?
Megan, please put your foot back up there. What's going on?
I have a word to speak. I have every chance to speak. You're the one that's ignoring me. You want to take that to court? We can. You want to take that to court? I will take it to court. And you know what? The judges will listen to me because you're not winning this one, you judges are on your side, little You're the one that has a 21-year-old detained right now for what? For what? Because you want to be who the are you? Who the are you? Clearly not your sister's brother.
You're gonna be handcuffed.
I have a right to
You're
call
gonna
my
be
mother.
handcuffed.
I have a right to call
One
my
more
mother.
time, you're handcuffed.
I have a right to make a phone call.
You got my cuffs? I don't have them. You guys had them.
I didn't slam one more time, so no.
You can put her in handcuffs.
How? How?
How about you just allow it to happen so that way nothing.
Are you kidding me? You said one more time. Are you kidding me? Okay, you're going to court. You're going to court. That's
Put
over
your hands-
recorded. That's over recorded. Are you kidding me?
Sit. Stop.
That's over recording. You're
She slipped out last time.
Yeah.
So as far as you can. Okay.
Double up. That is double up.
Stop. Stop.
Stop.
All right. See, now you're going to the hospital for causing self-harm. Perfect.
Imagine you are standing on a public sidewalk on an ordinary day. You are young, loud, emotional, maybe reckless, but unarmed. Words are flying. Tempers are high. And in that moment, the law draws a very sharp line between being obnoxious and becoming a criminal. This video is not about free speech. It's not about attitude. And it's not even about disrespect. It's about how fast chaos turns into felony charges when entitlement collides with authority. What starts as shouting and insults spirals into spitting, physical contact, restraints, spit masks, and finally a jail cell. And the most disturbing part is not the violence. It's the complete inability of the suspect to understand why she's being arrested. Today, we're breaking down a Bodycam incident involving a 21-year-old woman named Megan, whose interaction with police becomes a textbook case of how disorderly conduct escalates into aggravated assault on law enforcement, in real time, on camera. And as you watch this unfold, ask yourself this: at what point did she lose control of the situation? And more importantly, did she ever actually have control to begin with? The incident begins in public with verbal confrontation. Megan is yelling, using slurs, insulting officers, and repeatedly crossing verbal boundaries. Up to this point, everything you're seeing is ugly, but largely legal. Speech, even offensive speech, is protected until it directly interferes with lawful police duties or incites violence. But then comes the pivot point: spitting. When Megan spits at an officer, the entire legal framework changes instantly. This is not symbolic. This is not expressive conduct. In the eyes of the law, spitting is physical contact. It is bodily fluid intentionally projected onto another person. That single act transforms the situation from a noise problem into battery on a law enforcement officer. From that moment forward, this is no longer a debate. It is no longer a warning scenario. The officers now have probable cause, and arrest becomes mandatory. And yet, Megan does not recognize this shift at all. Listen to her language. Did I give you permission? Call my mother. I didn't do anything wrong. I know my rights. These are not legal arguments. They are emotional reflexes. They reflect a worldview where authority only applies when it feels legitimate to her. This is a classic entitlement response, the belief that consequences are negotiable if you protest loudly enough. But the law does not operate on volume. When Megan touches an officer during the arrest process, whether intentionally or not, that becomes resisting arrest. When she kicks, struggles, or refuses commands, that resistance compounds the charges. Each action stacks on top of the last. Spitting becomes assault. Struggling becomes resisting. Continued aggression becomes aggravated assault. And still she keeps asking the same question: what am I doing wrong? One of the most revealing moments in this footage is her repeated demand: call my mother. Megan is 21 years old. She is legally an adult. The police have no obligation to notify a parent at this stage. Her insistence is not about procedure. It's about regression. Under stress, she psychologically reverts to a childlike expectation that a parent can intervene and stop the consequences. This is important because it shows us something deeper. Megan does not perceive herself as a criminal actor. She sees herself as a victim of unfair treatment, even as she continues to escalate. This is why officers repeatedly tell her, "You're making this worse for yourself." And they're not threatening her. They're stating a fact. When the spit mask comes out, Megan believes this is a punishment. It's not. A spit mask is a safety device used when a suspect has already demonstrated a willingness to expel bodily fluids. Once she spits again, multiple times, the officers are legally and procedurally justified. Her argument that spitting once is okay but 3 times isn't shows a complete misunderstanding of criminal thresholds. There is no allowed quota. 1 spit is enough. And when she removes the spit mask and slips the cuffs, the situation becomes dangerous, not just for officers, but for herself. At that point, the risk of injury skyrockets. Notice something critical here. Despite the chaos, the officers remain controlled. They use clear commands. They avoid retaliatory force. They continuously attempt de-escalation. This is not brutality. This is containment. As the incident moves into the station, Megan's behavior does not improve. It deteriorates. She continues yelling. She refuses, fingerprinting. She damages property. At one point, she smashes a keyboard, an act that becomes criminal mischief. Each of these actions is minor in isolation. Together, they form a pattern of uncontrollable conduct. This is how prosecutors build cases, not from one dramatic moment, but from a chain of documented decisions. And by the end, Megan is facing multiple charges: aggravated assault on law enforcement, throwing bodily fluids, resisting arrest, disorderly conduct, criminal mischief. All of this stemmed from behavior that could have stopped at any point. One of the most dangerous illusions exposed in this footage is the belief that intent matters more than outcome during police encounters. Megan repeatedly insists she didn't do anything wrong, not because nothing happened, but because she did not mean for things to go this far. But the law doesn't operate on internal intention alone. It operates on observable behavior. You don't have to intend to assault an officer for it to legally qualify as assault. You don't have to mean to resist arrest for resistance to exist. You don't have to understand the law for it to apply to you. From the moment Megan spit at an officer, her internal narrative stopped mattering. Let's talk about power dynamics, because this is where many viewers misunderstand what they're seeing. Megan speaks as if she believes she is negotiating with equals. She questions permission. She challenges commands. She attempts to dictate terms. When she'll move, who will be called, how she'll be handled. But police encounters are not debates. They are hierarchical by design. This doesn't mean officers are morally superior. It means they are legally empowered to control the scene for public safety. Once a lawful arrest begins, compliance is no longer optional. Resistance does not slow the process. It accelerates it. Every time Megan refuses a command, the officers are forced to escalate, not emotionally, but procedurally. This is why you hear them say again and again, "Stop, relax, don't make this worse." Those aren't taunts. They are procedural warnings. There's another layer here that's uncomfortable, but necessary to address: perceived identity and expectation. Megan seems genuinely shocked that consequences are happening to her. She repeatedly expresses disbelief. She acts as if arrest is something that happens to other people. This reaction is not uncommon among young adults who have never faced serious authority consequences. It creates a psychological dissonance. If I am not a bad person, how can I be treated like one? But the justice system does not classify people as good or bad. It classifies actions as lawful or unlawful. The camera doesn't record intent. It records behavior. Now consider how this situation might have unfolded differently under different circumstances. If Megan had stopped after the first command to leave, this likely ends with a warning. If she had complied after spitting, however unfair she believed it to be, charges would likely be minimal. If she had gone silent, the case would be far weaker. Instead, she escalated at every available junction. This is what legal professionals call charge stacking through conduct. It's not punishment for attitude. It's documentation of behavior. Another critical misunderstanding Megan displays is the belief that rights function as shields in the moment. She repeatedly says, "I know my rights." But rights do not prevent arrest. They govern what happens after arrest. You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to an attorney. You do not have the right to obstruct, resist, or assault. Invoking rights while actively breaking the law does not stop enforcement. It strengthens the case against you. Ironically, the moment she could have helped herself most by staying silent was the moment she talked the loudest. The officer's restraint here deserves attention. Despite repeated spitting, insults, resistance, and property damage, they avoid unnecessary force. They explain steps. They accommodate safety. They give her more chances than many suspects receive. This is not because Megan is special. It's because officers are trained to prioritize control over punishment. But patience has limits. Once Megan slips cuffs and continues aggressive behavior, the situation crosses into medical and safety liability territory. That's why hospitalization becomes part of the conversation, not as retaliation, but as protocol. At that point, the state is responsible for her well-being, even if she is causing harm. Let's zoom out. This video is a warning, not about police power, but about self-sabotage. Megan was not doomed at the start. She was not targeted. She was not trapped. She made a series of small decisions that snowballed into life-altering consequences. And the most tragic part, she never realizes that she is the architect of her own situation. Even at the end, she insists she's going to court, confident the judge will side with her. That confidence is built not on facts, but on emotion. Courts don't rule on feelings. They rule on evidence. And the evidence here is relentless. So here's the question this video leaves us with. When authority tells you to stop, can you? When your ego is bruised, can you disengage? When you feel wronged, can you still comply and fight later? Because in moments like this, the difference between walking away and being handcuffed isn't justice, it's restraint. This footage reminds us that the most dangerous thing in any police encounter is not force. It's the belief that you are above consequence. Sometimes the loudest person in the room isn't the most powerful. They're the most vulnerable. And sometimes the real crime isn't what you did at the start. It's everything you refused to stop doing afterward.